Welcome to Home Library Book Review, where we select a book right from the shelf and explain its learning through easy to understand text, graphics, examples, and animation, along with discussion with family members. You can now order your book review video at www.home-library.com.
Today, we're going to be reviewing Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
It's a classic bestseller released in 1937. It has sold more than 30 million copies worldwide. The book is not only addressing money, but also relationships of all the experience that we have and hold our beliefs about. To be able to cover maximum learnings from this book, we have made this book into two parts. This is part 2 of 2. It also has Goodreads rating of 4 out of 5. Napoleon Hill was an American author in the area of the New Thought movement who was one of the earliest producers of the modern genre of personal success literature. He is widely considered to be one of the greatest writers on success. His most famous work, Think and Grow Rich, is one of the best-selling books of all time. Hill's work examined the power of personal beliefs and the role they play in personal success. He became an advisor to President Franklin D. Roosevelt from 1933 to 1936. What the mind of man can conceive and believe it can achieve is one of Hill's hallmark expressions. How achievement actually occurs and a formula for it that puts success in reach of the average person were the focal points of Hill's books. Before we move further, Arnav, can you please tell me what does it mean to grow rich?
Dad, I think grow rich means grow in value.
Yes, it can also mean to do well. It can also mean to flourish or be wealthy, or let's say having progress. Did you know, Arnav, there is a saying which is the starting point of all achievement is desire. And this was said by Napoleon Hill himself. Now I can't wait to review this book. How about you, Arnav?
Yeah, Dad, let's start right away.
Number 1. Decision. Accurate analysis of over 25,000 men and women who had experienced failure disclosed the fact that lack of decision was near the head of the list of the 30 major causes of failure. This is no mere statement of a theory, it is a fact. Procrastination, the opposite of decision, is a common enemy which practically every man must conquest. Analysis of several hundred people who had accumulated fortunes well beyond the $1 million mark disclosed the fact that every one of them had the habit of reaching decisions promptly and of changing these decisions slowly, if and when they were changed. People who failed to accumulate money without exception, have the habit of reaching decisions, if at all, very slowly, and of changing these decisions quickly and often. The majority of people who fail to accumulate money sufficient for their needs are generally easily influenced by the opinions of others. They permit the newspapers and the gossiping neighbors to do their thinking for them. Opinions are the cheapest commodities on earth. Everyone has a flock of opinions ready to be wished upon anyone who will accept them. And if you are influenced by opinions when you reach decisions, you will not succeed in any undertaking, much less in that of transmuting your own desire into money. Number 2, persistence. Persistence is an essential factor in the procedure of transmuting desire into its monetary equivalent. The basis of persistence is the power of will. Willpower and desire, when properly combined, make an irresistible pair. Men who accumulate great fortunes are generally known as cold-blooded and sometimes ruthless. Often they are misunderstood. What they have is willpower, which they mix with persistence and place back of their desires to ensure the attainment of their objectives. The majority of people are ready to throw their aims and purposes overboard and give up at the first sign of opposition or misfortune. A few carry on despite all opposition until they attain their goal. There may be no heroic connotation to the word persistence, but the quality is to the character of man what carbon is to steel. Number 3, power of the mastermind. Power is essential for success in the accumulation of money. Plans are inert and useless without sufficient power to translate them into action. Power may be defined as organized and intelligently directed knowledge. Power, as the term is here used, refers to organized effort sufficient to enable an individual to transmute desire into its monetary equivalent. Organized effort is produced through the coordination of effort of two or more people who work towards a definite end in a spirit of harmony. Power is required for the accumulation of money. Power is necessary for the retention of money after it has been accumulated. You see, knowledge may be acquired from any of the foregoing sources, but it may be converted into power by organizing it into definitive plans and by expressing those plans in terms of action. If the plans are comprehensive and if they contemplate large proportions, then a man must generally induce others to cooperate with him before he can inject into them the necessary element of power. Thus, the mastermind may be defined as coordination of knowledge and effort in a spirit of harmony between two or more people for the attainment of a definite purpose. keep in mind the fact that there are only two known elements in the whole universe: energy and matter. It is a well-known fact that matter may be broken down into units of molecules, atoms, and electrons. There are units of matter which may be isolated, separated, and analyzed. Likewise, there are units of energy. The human mind is a form of energy, a part of it being spiritual in nature. When the minds of two people are coordinated in a spirit of harmony, the spiritual units of energy of each mind form an affinity which constitutes the psychic face of the mastermind. Number 4. The subconscious mind. The subconscious mind consists of a field of consciousness in which every impulse of thought that reaches the objective mind through any of the five senses is classified and recorded, and from which thoughts may be recalled or withdrawn as letters may be taken from a filing cabinet. It receives and files sense impressions or thoughts, regardless of their nature. You may voluntarily plant in your subconscious mind any plan, thought, or purpose which you desire to translate into its physical or monetary equivalent. The subconscious acts first on the dominating desires which have been mixed with emotional feeling such as faith. The subconscious mind works day and night. Through a method of procedure unknown to man, the subconscious mind draws upon the forces of infinite intelligence. For the power with which it voluntarily transmutes one's desire into their physical equivalent, making use always of the most practical media by which this end may be accomplished. Now, you cannot entirely control your subconscious mind, but you can voluntarily hand over to it any plan, desire, or purpose which you wish transformed into concrete form. There is plenty of evidence to support the belief that the subconscious mind is the connecting link between the finite mind of man and infinite intelligence. It is intermediary through which one may draw upon the forces of infinite intelligence at will. It alone consists the secret process by which mental impulses are modified and changed into their spiritual equivalent. The possibilities of creative effort connected with the subconscious mind are stupendous and imponderable. Also, the subconscious mind will not remain idle. If you fail to plant desires in your subconscious mind, it will feed upon the thoughts which reach it as a result of your neglect. Number 5. The brain. It has been observed that every human brain is both a broadcasting and receiving station for the vibration of thought. Through the medium of the ether, in a fashion similar to that employed by the radio broadcasting principle, every human brain is capable of picking up vibrations of thoughts which are being released by other brains. The creative imagination is the receiving set of the brain, which receives thoughts released by the brains of others. It is the agency of communication between one's conscious or reasoning mind and the sources from which one may receive thought stimuli. When stimulated or stepped up to a high rate of vibration, the mind becomes more receptive to the vibration of thought, which reaches it through the ether from outside sources. The stepping up process takes place through the positive emotions or the negative emotions. Through the emotions, the vibrations of thought may be increased. Vibrations of an exceedingly high rate are the only vibrations picked up and carried by the ether from one brain to another. Thought is energy traveling at an exceedingly high rate of vibration. Thought which has been modified or stepped up by any of the major emotion vibrates at a much higher rate than ordinary thought, and it is type of thought which passes from one brain to another through the broadcasting machinery of the human brain. Number 6. The sixth sense. The sixth sense is that portion of the subconscious mind which has been referred to as the creative imagination. It has also been referred to as the receiving set, through which ideas, plans, and thoughts flash into the mind. The flashes are sometimes called hunches or inspirations. The sixth sense defies description. It cannot be described to a person who has not mastered the other principles of this philosophy, because such a person has no knowledge and no experience with which the sixth sense may be compared. Understanding of the sixth sense comes only by meditation through mind development from within. The sixth sense probably is the medium of contact between the finite mind of man and infinite intelligence, and for this reason, it is a mixture of both the mental and the spiritual. Let's summarize what we have reviewed so far. Number 1, decision. Number 2, persistence. Number 3, power of the master mind. Number 4, the subconscious mind. Number 5, the brain. And finally, number 6, the sixth sense.
Thank you for watching our video. Please like and subscribe. Also press on the bell notification button for more videos like these. Until next time, take care and bye.